1999, this company was losing millions of dollars every single quarter. No profits, no certainty, no safety, just patience, burning cash. Today, it decides what you buy, how fast you get it, and what you expect from the world. This is not the story of a store. This is the story of control. How did a small online bookstore become the invisible infrastructure of modern life? How did waiting 2 days become too slow for the human brain? And more importantly, what did this company sacrifice while the rest of us was clicking buy now without thinking twice? Stay with me, because the answer isn't inspiring, it's unsettling. Amazon, the empire that learned to wait. Not a tech story, a human one. Before Amazon became inevitable, Jeff Bezos was not powerful. He was cautious, obsessive, almost uncomfortably analytical. In the early 1990s, Bezos worked on Wall Street, a world obsessed with speed. Faster trades, faster profits, faster exits. On Wall Street, patience is weakness. If you wait too long, someone else takes your place. But Bezos noticed something no one else cared about. The internet wasn't growing linearly. It was growing exponentially. Not 10% a year, not 20, thousands. Most people saw a curiosity. Bezos saw a countdown. And when exponential curves start, they don't announce themselves. They whisper. So he quit his job. Not because it was brave, but because staying would have been irrational. Amazon was not born from passion. It was born from math. From day one, Amazon made a decision that terrified everyone who funded it. We will not optimize for profits. We will optimize for scale. This wasn't a marketing line. It was a warning. Amazon chose to delay comfort, delay reward, delay validation. The goal wasn't to win this year or the next. The goal was to still be standing after everyone else collapsed. That mindset sounds intelligent today, but back then it looked insane. Because every quarter, Amazon lost money, and every quarter, Bezos asked for more patience, not because he was confident, but because he was certain. There's a difference. Confidence needs validation. Certainty doesn't. Amazon didn't start by selling everything. It started with books. Not because books were exciting, but because books were predictable. Millions of titles, limited shelf space, a problem no physical store could solve. Amazon could. This wasn't innovation, it was logistics. Customers didn't fall in love with Amazon because it was fast. They fell in love because it was always there. If a book existed, Amazon could find it. Availability became addiction, and addiction changes behavior. Here's what competitors missed. Amazon wasn't just selling books. It was training people, teaching them that waiting was acceptable if the system felt reliable, teaching them that convenience was worth more than immediacy. This was a psychological shift. For the first time, humans accepted delay as long as certainty existed. You didn't need it now. You needed to know it was coming. And once that belief locked in, something irreversible happened. Shopping stopped being an action. It became a habit. Traditional retailers laughed. They saw Amazon as a niche, a novelty, a temporary experiment. Wall Street asked the same question over and over again. Where are the profits? Bezos heard the question, but he didn't answer it. Because profits were never the point. Survival was. And survival required something most companies didn't have. Time. Amazon was bleeding money. Employees were overworked. Investors were restless. And yet, Bezos refused to slow down. Because slowing down would have meant becoming normal. And normal companies don't build empires. But patience has a cost. And very soon, Amazon would learn how expensive waiting can be. By the late 1990s, Amazon was no longer asking for permission. It was expanding. Books became music. Music became electronics. Electronics became everything. To outsiders, it looked reckless. To insiders, it felt inevitable. Amazon wasn't growing randomly. It was absorbing categories the way gravity absorbs matter. The strategy was simple. Enter a market, lose money longer than anyone else, and wait. Most companies couldn't afford to wait. Amazon could. Wall Street doesn't fear failure. It fears uncertainty. And Amazon was uncertainty disguised as confidence. Quarter after quarter, analysts demanded profits. Quarter after quarter, Amazon delivered losses. The criticism grew louder. This is not a real business. This model doesn't work. Eventually, the money runs out. They weren't wrong. Amazon was burning cash at a terrifying rate. But Bezos wasn't trying to convince Wall Street. He was trying to outlast it. Bezos believed something radical. That trust compounds faster than money. If customers trusted Amazon, they would return. If they returned, volume would increase. If volume increased, power would follow. And once power exists, profits can be turned on. Like a switch. This wasn't optimism. It was delayed domination. But delayed strategies come with delayed pain. In 2000, reality arrived. The dot-com bubble burst. Internet companies collapsed overnight. Billions evaporated. Confidence died. Amazon's stock plummeted. From the outside, it looked like the end. From the inside, it felt worse. Warehouses were expensive. Employees were stretched thin. Cash reserves were shrinking. For the first time, Amazon's survival was genuinely uncertain. This wasn't a setback. This was an extinction event. Employees watched friends get laid off elsewhere. Investors prepared for collapse. Media headlines sharpened. Amazon will not survive. Growth without profit is a lie. The experiment is over. For a moment, even believers hesitated, because patience is easy when the future looks bright. It's unbearable when the future goes dark. Amazon didn't panic. It cut costs ruthlessly. It optimized logistics obsessively. It squeezed efficiency from every corner. This wasn't kindness. It was discipline. Bezos demanded frugality at a level that felt extreme. Doors became desks. Meetings became shorter. Excuses disappeared. Amazon learned how to survive pain, and that skill would later make it unstoppable. Something strange happened. While competitors collapsed, Amazon stayed standing. Not growing fast, not celebrating, just existing. In a market full of bodies, survival looked like success, and perception began to shift. Amazon wasn't reckless anymore. It was resilient. By surviving the crash, Amazon earned something more valuable than money, credibility. But survival changes people and companies. The question was no longer whether Amazon would live. The question was, what kind of company does survival turn you into? Because the next phase of Amazon's rise would require something darker than patience. It would require control. Survival changes priorities. When Amazon stopped worrying about dying, it started thinking about something else. Control. Not control over competitors, not control over markets, control over systems. Amazon realized that selling products was not the real game. Owning the path those products traveled was. Warehouses multiplied. Not stores, not showrooms. Invisible buildings on the edges of cities. Places most customers never visit, but rely on completely. Amazon didn't just move faster, it moved closer. Closer to your home, closer to your habits, closer to your expectations. Speed wasn't a feature anymore, it was a weapon. Because once speed becomes normal, anything slower feels broken. 2-day shipping became standard, then 1 day, then same day. Not because humans needed it, but because humans adapted to it. Amazon didn't change logistics, it changed patience. Waiting started to feel like failure. And when impatience becomes cultural, whoever controls speed controls behavior. This wasn't convenience anymore. This was conditioning. Efficiency always has a shadow. Inside Amazon's warehouses, time became measured in seconds, movement optimized, breaks calculated, performance tracked. Not because Amazon was cruel, but because systems don't care about comfort. They care about output. The faster the promise to customers, the tighter the pressure on workers. Perfection demands sacrifice, and Amazon demanded perfection. Low prices feel generous, but generosity always has a source. Someone pays for speed. Someone absorbs the cost. The customer saves time. The system extracts effort. Amazon didn't invent this trade-off. It perfected it. And perfection makes moral questions unavoidable. Here's the most unsettling part. Most people don't think about Amazon until it's gone. That's real power. When a company becomes infrastructure, you stop noticing it. You don't admire it. You don't question it. You depend on it. And dependency is stronger than loyalty. Amazon was no longer just a marketplace. It was logistics, data, cloud computing, digital infrastructure. Companies ran on Amazon's servers. Governments stored data there. Startups depended on its backbone. Amazon stopped competing with businesses. It started hosting them. And hosts don't need permission. At some point, Amazon crossed a line. Not legally, not publicly, psychologically. The question was no longer, is Amazon good or bad? It was, what happens if it stops? And that question has no comfortable answer, because the more essential something becomes, the more dangerous its failure is. And every empire, no matter how efficient, faces a moment where power attracts resistance. Amazon had built the machine. Now it had to survive being one. Power attracts attention, and attention attracts resistance. As Amazon grew, so did the questions. Governments began watching, regulators leaned in, competitors stopped competing and started complaining. Not because Amazon was illegal, but because it was unavoidable. When a company becomes essential, every mistake feels larger, every decision feels political. Amazon wasn't just building an empire anymore, it was defending one. The greatest threat to Amazon was not regulation, it was itself. Too many systems, too many dependencies, too much responsibility. Retail relied on logistics. Logistics relied on data. Data relied on cloud infrastructure. One failure could cascade. When everything is connected, nothing is isolated. The empire that learned to wait now had to learn how not to break. Jeff Bezos stepped back. Not because the mission was complete, but because the machine was built. Amazon no longer needed a visionary. It needed maintenance. That transition matters. Founders dream. Systems endure. But systems don't ask whether they should exist. They only ask how efficiently they can continue. Amazon changed how we buy, how we wait, how we measure time. It taught us that speed is normal, that delay is failure, that convenience is a right, and once expectations change, they never go back. The world adjusted around Amazon. Cities, jobs, small businesses, entire supply chains. Not because Amazon demanded it, because the system required it. So what did Amazon really build? A miracle of efficiency? Or a mirror, reflecting what we value most? Cheap, fast, effortless. We asked for this. Every click reinforced it. Every delivery confirmed it. Amazon didn't force dependence, it offered it. Every empire starts with a belief. Amazon's belief was patience. Outwait everyone, outlast everyone. But patience, when it succeeds, turns into permanence. And permanence is a form of power that doesn't need to speak loudly. It just exists. The question isn't whether Amazon is good or bad. The question is simpler. Can a system this efficient ever choose to slow down? And if it doesn't, who gets to decide what comes next? Because the most powerful empires don't collapse dramatically. They normalize themselves. Until one day you can't imagine life without them. And by then, the choice is already gone. Amazon didn't conquer the world overnight. It waited. And the next empire is already learning how to do the same.